just let all your thoughts go and allow yourself to just space out, as we say in English, to just almost like a meditation where you can just go empty. So feel yourself going empty. When you do that, I'm going to hold a colored card up in your screen, Rob. So just relax, feel yourself going empty, but do pay attention to your visual screen. Don't concentrate, just look across to the screen with your mind sight. Send your energy to the screen because it's filling your whole screen. It could appear to you with flashes, with just a fog or a haze. Very subtle. It's just very vague, or it could be strong. And it's on your screen in front of you now. There's a color. What color appears to you the most or strong of the four colors? Just let go and let it appear. You cannot make it appear. You have to let it appear. All you do is move out of the way. It's as if you are going to the window and you just observe. You cannot make what is going across your window when you look outside. All you can do is report what you're seeing. Do the same thing here. Report what color, when you look across to the screen, appears. Move your head around because we don't know which side your mind sight is coming from. So move your head to the left, to the right. Even lift your chin up in case it's coming from under your chin. I'm going to count 3 and I'm going to take it out of your screen for a second. 1, 2, 3.
I would say blue.
Yes, it is blue. Very good. It is blue. Now, when did it appear, Rob?
I don't find my word. I'm conscious just now, Rob, that I can't speak with difficulty just because I am an unusual state. The blue came more often. Today the blue insisted, and that's why I chose.
Okay. When you're in the state, it can become very difficult to talk.
Yes.
And especially English being a second language for you.
Yes. Yes.
Now, Claudia has the same issue. Sometimes when she's really in the state that you need for this, she cannot even describe how she's seeing. Can't find the words because, Rob, those words are all in our left brain. If we're in our right brain, we're in a different room, right? So it's completely normal what you're feeling and going through, and that is very good. That tells me that you were very much into your right brain. And of course, you were because you saw the blue color. So very good on that. Let's get ourselves more relaxed again and lose all our thoughts. I'm going to ask you to take your right hand and put anywhere on the page. Hold the paper with your left hand also so it doesn't move. Right there, you are pointing at one of the 4 symbols. It's either a triangle, plus, circle, or square. Allow yourself to go empty. Let go of all thoughts, words, thinking. Allow your right brain to see this. Well, your right brain sees it all the time. What we're doing is allowing that filter to disappear. The filter of your left brain. There's little tricks, which you can see worked already on you. And just allow yourself to go empty. Just be a human being, not a human thinking, not a human doing. Just be a human being where you're just in the moment. And there's one of the 4 symbols right above where you're pointing with your right index finger. So tap that and say, this is where I'd like my mind sight to go.
I want my mind to go.
We know that it could be coming from any one of 4 spots around your head, but we don't know for sure which one. So move your head around. It's as if there's a beam pointing, and you have to pass that beam across the symbol. So if it's stronger, aim your forehead right to this symbol on the page that's right in front of or right above your right index fingernail. And move your forehead slightly left and right and forward just to pass that beam across, and pretend that you're pointing it right at that symbol. So the intention is to see that symbol with your mind sight. That intention, but let go and let it appear. So be a passive observer. You may have the same symbol coming back. It may appear all of a sudden and jump out at you. It could appear in front of you. It could be in the bottom right of your screen. It could be the top left. It could be anywhere in your visual screen. Do you have a symbol that's stronger than the others, or one that has appeared more? Your finger and say, this is where I want to look. You have to direct your mind sight. It's kind of like if I say, go to the window and look. And you say, well, look at what, Rob? Well, just look straight in front of you. And you say, oh, straight in front of me, I see a car. So we do need to tell your mind sight where to look. And we're doing that by pointing at the figure, and even tap the page to direct your mind sight, and just have the intention that this is where I'd like to see. Right in front of my fingernail, and visualize seeing your finger and your fingernail. Visualize yourself tapping the page, and when you visualize, what do you see above your fingernail?
I feel shy to tell it since the beginning, from different ways. I see a circle.
Okay, now I will tell you that the circle, there's two circles, one on each side of this image. So it's very easy for that to be picked up in your mind sight because there's two of them. So what I want you to do is visualize two circles, one on each side, and what is in the middle between those two circles, Rob? There's no right or wrong here, because when you report an image, your mind sight is seeing it. We just need to direct where to look. So it's important to just say what you're seeing, because even if it's not correct, your mind sight is seeing it, but it's just not looking in the right direction. So it's important to say what you're seeing. It doesn't matter whether it's correct or not. Over time.
Plus.
Yes, it is. Very good. It is a plus. Very good.
It began with when you ask me, when you ask me to say or to see, it began with a circle with beams.
There you go. Okay, so just relax your hands, relax your arms. Just take a rest for a minute. So very good. Very good. And remember, there's no right or wrong. There's no judgment here. No pressure. We have to do the opposite of pressure. We just take an attitude that we don't care, Rob. We're just having fun. We're just playing. Whatever appears, appears. And remember, it's not you. It's not your left brain, where we sit all the time. It's not you that's making this happen. It's your right brain, which we have very little control over. Now, over time, your right brain will get used to giving you images. It will get used to showing you the room, and it will be your servant over time. I'm going to take one of those big cards, and I'm holding it up in the screen. So it's any one of a square, triangle, circle, plus. And if it's a square, a circle, or a triangle, it could be filled in solid. So that makes 7. So what I want you to do is send your mind sight over to the screen. Okay, directly over to where I'm talking and where you would imagine that the screen is. And I'm holding up one of those 7. So it could be open or closed. It's any one of the 7. and just allow yourself to fall into that in-between state, that hypnagogic state where your mind just wanders and daydreams. It's like Alice in Wonderland. And it just goes from one thing to the other like a drunken sailor or a drunken soldier. You're not controlling it. You are in a safe environment. At any time, you can stop, you can take control, you can say, enough of this, I don't want any more. So you are ultimately in control, but at the moment, you're going to allow yourself to let go. Pretend you're falling asleep on the bed at night. You've had a busy day and you're very tired, and it's like, I don't want to think about anything. I'm not going to think about anything. I'm going to release everything. I'm just going to let go. I don't care. I'm tired and I just want to fall asleep. So pretend you're laying on your bed, you're tired, and you're just allowing yourself to fall asleep. And you let go. And when you do that, you have images come through your mind. You have this dreaming that starts up, and you don't control it. All you do is you watch it passively. You just notice that there's this movie playing, and it can be silly and go to this image and this person and that person. But in your dream state, you just watch it and that's it. It just floats all over the place. So be in that state where you just don't care. You're a passive observer, but your intention is to see what it is you're observing. So that's the intention. And what you're observing is on the screen in front of you. It's one of the 7 symbols. And if you feel your mindsight is coming from your forehead, pretend you have that paper towel tube and it's stuck to your forehead. And like little boys, it's like a telescope. And just aim it across to your screen and be scanning back and forth with it, because if you are going to see the image, you have to pass that tube over the image. When we're little boys and we use the paper towel tube as a telescope, we have to be passing that telescope over whatever image we want to see. So do the same thing, because the mind sight starts out as a very narrow beam. We can call it the beam of attention. And even myself, I noticed that I would only pick up parts of the image, because when I passed over it, it only caught the corner as it passed over. And right away I'd say, well, I see 2 lines coming to an angle, but I didn't see the rest of it. Or I would see a round corner, but just one corner. Or I would see 2 lines intersecting, but just one part. So let go. We're just having fun. We're playing. You're releasing.
Yes.
The more relaxed you can get, the better it is. And the more that you don't care about it, the better it is. You just passively following along, and you hear my voice off into the distance, Rob. And what image, which one of the 7 symbols is your mind sight giving you?
Since beginning, a triangle.
Okay, try again. Now, what we're going to do also is take the sheet that's in front of you and put that somewhere else. Because your mind sight can get confused, and it may think that it was supposed to look down at the sheet. Okay, so let's try again. That's why it's important to keep a clear table, because your mind sight will look everywhere trying to find what it is it's supposed to be seeing. So your table is clear, and you're looking only at the screen with your mind sight. And make slight movements with your head, because it's only when the beam passes over this image will you see it. I'm going to move it around to create motion also.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same when you look outside and you see something moving, your eye. So it's important that either you or I create motion. Either you move your head or I move the card, or both. I will even point to it and say, Rob, it's this image. This is where I'd like you to send your mind sight, to this image that's in your screen in front of you.
A circle solid.
Sorry?
A circle solid.
Yes, it is. It is a solid circle. Well done, Rob. Very good.
Oh.
Okay. Give yourself a pat on the back.
The back?
Yeah. Just give yourself a pat and say, well done.
Oh, well done.
Do you have that card with the symbols on it again? Can you find that card? Okay. And just point your finger to any spot, maybe near the bottom somewhere.
Okay.
Okay. What I want you to do is go lower and go to your left and hold the card with your other hand so it doesn't move. It's quite dark in your room now because of, I think it must be getting...
You want that I put the light?
Well, honestly, for Mindsight, it doesn't matter, believe it or not.
For you.
Well, is it easy to turn the light on?
Yes.
Okay.
Just a moment.
Ah, wow, that's bright. Point with your right finger. Yep. Okay. So right down underneath. Okay. Over to your left just a little bit. Go to that spot on the page where your right index finger is pointing and your left index finger is pointing.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I want you to send your beam of attention.
Okay.
And that's where we intend to see. We need to direct your mind sight because it can go anywhere. Mind sight is familiar with these symbols. We went over them earlier in the session. The symbol may be appearing to you now, may come later, but pass your mind sight over it. Pass your beam of attention over it. And if you move your head, you don't want to move your head too fast because it would be the same as a child looking through that tube. If you move it too fast, you won't see anything.
Oh, yeah.
We were young boys and we looked out the window. We moved it slowly so we could see something through it. So do the same thing with your beam of attention, okay? And have the intention to see where your index finger, both index fingers are pointing. It's either a plus, a triangle, a circle, or a square. It's one of those four. Now, you hear me talking a lot, but don't concentrate on my voice. Just pretend it's this annoying person talking, and yes, you hear them, but you're not really listening. So be in that kind of state where you're aware of my speaking, but you really don't get too involved with it. Don't concentrate too much on my voice, ever.
I can't see other thing than a square.
Okay, try again. Was there another symbol that appeared?
Mm-hmm.
Let go and let it appear. And we're pretty much finished the session. Sometimes at the end of the session, the mind sight just gets so tired, it just says, you know what, I'm finished for the day. That's it. Goodbye. We don't know whether you'll be able to see this or not, and it honestly doesn't matter.
Mm.
We had a good session. You've had good success already, so really this is just a bonus. If it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, great. No big deal, either way. Okay, I'll be up for lunch in a minute. I'm getting called for lunch here.
Okay, a circle again.
Okay, circle is just to the right of the symbol. So move your right finger a little bit and say, that's a circle. A little bit more and say, that's a circle.
That's a circle.
And I want to see where the left finger is pointing. So move your right finger back and say, I want to see this one.
I want to see this one.
Okay.
A triangle again.
Okay, yes, it's a triangle. Very good. Very good.
The truth is it was for me a great session.
Yes.
Many things. And simply muchas gracias. Thank you very, very much. Yeah. You have put me much away
Okay.
in a state which I don't know often.
That's good.
You bring me lejos.
Lejos is far in Spanish. That's right.
Far, sí, yes, far, muy far. Thank you, thank you. Last word, Rob. I love you.
Okay. Love you too, Rob.